Many people often ask and comment a lot about whether narcissists really know what they are doing, if they are aware that they harm the people around them, and if they engage in abnormal behaviors, with their lives revolving around madness, manipulation, and lies. Today, our topic will be about this discussion to precisely understand the narcissist's self-perception and how they operate. Thank you very much for your support. If you find this content helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it. Thank you for helping spread this message to those who may benefit from it. Certainly, we are all waiting for answers to the questions we ask about narcissism. But before we know the answer, we must answer a very important question ourselves, and this answer should be the truth, not what you understand or what the narcissist convinces you of. The question is the narcissist interested in you? Is the narcissist interested in anyone other than themselves? Believe me, if you can answer this question, you will get much closer to answering the question of whether the narcissist knows what they are doing and whether they realize if they are harmful or not. Social relationships are built on connection, love, and mutual care among people. We need others to care about us just as we care about them. Therefore, it is essential that the person you are involved with understands exactly what they are doing to us, how they harm us, and how they affect us with their actions or behaviors. Your relationship with a narcissistic person makes you feel very strong, as you need them to understand what they are doing precisely. You often feel puzzled when you realize that they are not concerned about your feelings or the harm they are causing you with their actions. What you are looking for the most is for them to change or become a good, normal person who doesn't hurt you with their words or actions because you are naturally attached to them. It is likely that we have discussed this topic in previous episodes or hinted at it before. However, we are discussing it again because you are in a long-standing relationship with this person. When they have control over you and make you emotionally attached to them, this unhealthy attachment prevents you from letting go. When they engage in hurtful behaviors towards you, your main concern is for them to understand that they are causing you harm. You want them to realize that they are hurting you because you believe that this is the first step towards improving your relationship, and you hope that they will change and become a good, normal person. We need to understand something very important, and we shouldn't second-guess it. You must confront yourself with this truth: narcissists don't care about anyone else, their feelings, or emotions. They are solely focused on themselves. This is the most crucial thing you need to know in your relationship with a narcissist. When you realize or come to terms with the fact that they are indeed narcissistic, it's essential because as long as you expect them to change, you may not fully understand that the person you're with is narcissistic and inherently harmful. Narcissists are only concerned with getting constant attention and admiration from others, keeping them perpetually occupied with themselves. Their eyes are always on themselves. The narcissist needs this attention to fill the void and compensate for the deficiencies and insecurities they feel about themselves. Everything in a narcissist's life revolves around them. Their entire focus is on sustaining their false self-image and trying to compensate for their negative self-perception by seeking validation from others. Certainly, and in reality, narcissists are fully aware that they are causing you harm. However, due to their profound lack of empathy, they don't care about the consequences or the impact of their actions on you. To a narcissist, you are merely a means to an end, a tool to fulfill their desires, absorb your energy, and capture your attention and resources, all essential for them to maintain their deceitful self-image. They are keen on protecting themselves from the eventual collapse. Narcissists spend their lives in a charade, manipulating facts to convince their false self and maintaining their illusory superiority and importance, which is entirely unreal. As long as you provide the narcissist with the supply they constantly seek, you are in the narcissist's world. They won't even think about letting you go because they are so determined to drain every last drop from you. Keep in mind that a fundamental aspect of the narcissist's lifelong strategy is to never take responsibility for any problems. You will always be the one bearing the consequences, even when you know you are not at fault and that all the actions and problems are a result of the narcissist's behavior. If you ever try to hold the narcissist accountable for anything or make them think about any action or words they've said, you will encounter very strange reactions: defensiveness, complete denial of any wrongdoing, and extreme skepticism about all your thoughts and opinions. It may feel like you are dealing with a 5-year-old child in some cases. The narcissist is like a child in an adult's body. All their efforts are aimed at preserving the illusion of themselves, ensuring they always feel superior and above blame, criticism, or scrutiny. You will find that the narcissist treats you as if you've committed a crime when you discuss their actions or behaviors with them. The narcissist views you as their exclusive possession, believing it's entirely within their rights to interact with you or speak to you in a manner that pleases them. All their actions towards you or anyone else are based on the system of beliefs they hold and firmly believe in. The narcissist is aware that it's impossible for all their needs to be fully met. Their life is a constant struggle and problem-solving endeavor because they never reach a state of satisfaction. They perpetually feel out of place and that they don't belong in the world they're in. They believe no one truly understands them. This lack of a sense of security makes the narcissist always suspicious of others, seeing them as potential enemies who are out to harm them due to their internal inadequacies. As a result, the narcissist constantly blames and criticizes you, treating you with disrespect or devaluing you to compensate for their feelings of inadequacy. Interestingly, the narcissist often targets individuals they perceive as exceptional and superior to them. Instead of benefiting from these exceptional individuals or having a positive relationship with them, they envy and resent them. The narcissist is obsessed with making these individuals appear lesser and undermining their lives, ultimately feeling jealous of their accomplishments. The reason behind all of this is that the narcissist is unwilling to face the truth about themselves and always attempts to deny it through their interactions with you. They do this because they lack the readiness or willingness to address their inner issues or change their negative qualities. You can describe the narcissist as a conscious but unaware person. They keep themselves in a cycle of attachment to people and anything that represents a source of supply until they've drained them completely. Then, they move on to find another source to feed on. The narcissist's life is a continuous cycle of harm and deception that never ends. I understand that many of you listening to me right now understand what I'm saying because you've gone through a significant phase in your relationship with a narcissistic person, whether it's a man or a woman. You've realized that this person is manipulative and constantly tries to undermine your self-esteem throughout your relationship. They've never taken responsibility for any action or word they've said and have treated any bad situation with a complete lack of empathy. They've made you feel like you were dealing with a 5-year-old child in some cases. A crucial thing to know, my friends, is that you are the only one who can protect yourself from the harm caused by the manipulative person. You have the strength, and the manipulative person would not have chosen you if you didn't possess these qualities. Keep this in mind while dealing with or being exposed to mistreatment from a narcissistic individual. You are not a bad person, as they try to convince you, and you are not unfit to be in a relationship. If you didn't have these qualities, they wouldn't have come near you in the first place. By distancing yourself completely from the narcissist, you can start focusing on your healing journey and recovery. This is the only way you can regain your strength and avoid situations and people who don't care about the consequences of their actions on you. All you need to do is take some time for yourself and move on. Let the narcissist consume themselves in their complicated and exhausting life in their own way. You'll save yourself, or at least save what's left of your life and reclaim your true self, which they were trying to take away from you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video if you found it helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to write them in the comments. Additionally, if you have any feedback or ideas for improving the channel, please send them to me.